Hey everybody, welcome back. It is October 7th, a Saturday. I'm out on a new piece today, a piece that I've never hunted. It's right by the bay on Lake Huron here in Michigan, and it's surrounded by crop fields, and then there's a small section of woods here that looks like really good bedding on the map. And now that I'm getting in here, it's pretty thick. I think it's gonna be good. I ran into a guy at the parking lot. He was back here goose hunting with his son, and he said that he had walked back in here, and he said that there was quite a few rubs. The further in you got, the bigger they got, he said. And he says, I don't know where you're going. And I said, well, thinking about going right back here. And he said, that's right where I saw them start getting bigger and bigger. So I think we're onto something, hopefully. My guess is that these deer are bedding against the marshy, swampy stuff by the lake and coming into this woodlot at night before dark and then heading out to the fields. So that's the plan, is to catch them on their way out. We got a west wind. It's pretty windy, like 15, 16 mile an hour winds today. So got some good noise cover. Now I've just got to decide how I want to play this, because I don't know this piece at all, so I'm kind of going in blind. The lake is straight behind me, and then all over here is the woodlot, and all around out there are crop fields. So I'm gonna walk around a little bit. It's early, it's like 12:30 right now, so if I don't see anything I like or that makes me want to set up, I still have time to get out of here and go to a different spot too. So let's go for a walk and see what we can see. It almost feels like any of this could be deer bedded in here. So thick. I'm trying to make my way to the south. It's so thick. Gotta go slow. Take it easy. Try not to make a lot of noise. Got a lot of wind cover. It's looking pretty good. It's looking like there's probably deer here for sure. Look at the size of that wasp nest there. Whew. Don't get too close to that cedar tree. Well, I made my way out to this opening. It's kind of like the middle of the property. There's woods on both sides. There's a lot of trails crossing this, coming from east to west. I haven't seen really much sign yet that makes me want to sit here. But off in the distance, I don't know if you can see that, a silo. That's the farm that's up here. We got the big bean field. And it still has beans on it. Everywhere else is all picked. So hoping that they're still hitting that field. That's kind of where I'm heading. I think the bedding is all this stuff over here. And the wind is very, like right now it's coming right out of the south. It's been coming out of the west all day. I just felt it hit my back of my head a couple minutes ago. So hopefully I washed all my stuff, took a scent-free shower, did all that good stuff. So hopefully that'll help me out, but never good when the wind's swirling. Hey guys, I made it back here along this field edge that I was trying to get to. I'm about a mile back from the parking spot, and there's a lot of deer sign along this field edge, but man, coming about midway through the property, I started seeing rubs, and they were just probably every 10 feet all the way back here. Some big ones, some pretty, some of them chest high. So there's something big in here. The only problem that I've got is the wind is coming. It's really coming out of every direction. It's been west, northwest, some east, feeling like it's hitting me out of the east, south. It's all over the place. So I really don't know where to set up. I want to set up back in the middle of the property, but the general direction is west, and it's blowing right into that bedding area where I think the deer are bedding up by that water, by the lake. So I might just take a chance and go back that way, set up somewhere over there, and hope that maybe I'll just be just off of where they come out and see what happens. But there's a lot of good sign here, tons of rubs. I mean, I couldn't even take enough pictures of them to show you guys. There's so many. I mean, like I said, it's every 10, 15 feet. So I'm pretty excited. Got a lot of noise cover. The wind's probably 15 to 20 mile an hour gusts. So I've got plenty of noise cover. The wind direction's the only thing that's killing me right now. But I'm just gonna put my faith in my set lock and hope that everything that I did to wash my stuff was good enough to beat their noses. So I'm gonna head back that way. I've got about a 200 yard or so walk to get back up to where I was originally, and I'm gonna pick a tree and see what we can see tonight. Well guys, I think I found my tree. It's not the most ideal, as they are usually not, but I think it's the best tree in this area for this setup. There's tons of rubs all around it. I've got two openings. Well, there's this opening back here, but the way the wind's going, there's an opening through there. And I'm hoping to catch them in before they get downwind of me, just in case they do smell me. There's another opening off over in here. Once I get up on the tree, I can show you. And then back over in here, if they got past me back here, I'd have a shot. It's a really thick tree. It's got a lot of cover around it, which I like. It gets pretty skinny up there towards the top. It's a popple. There's a bunch of bushes on that side. And there's an opening on the other side of those bushes that I'd really like to be able to shoot. So I'm gonna have to get up there pretty high. Probably only gonna have 4 or 6 inches of tree up there. But should be fun. Looking forward to it. I'm gonna get up there. It's about 2:30 right now, so I have a few hours before dark. See what comes through here. I'm pretty excited. There's a lot of buck sign. I mean, there's 2 rubs. Right there is one on that little tree, and then one back in there further on that bigger one. It's hard to see, but there's a ton of sign through here. There's trails coming all out of this thick stuff that backs up to the bay. So pretty excited. Let's get up the tree and see what we can see tonight. Hey guys, I finally got set up in the tree. It's about 3:30 right now. This tree was covered in limbs, so I had to make my way up. But there's a lot of cover around me. Got a lot of back cover. I'll show you guys the spot that I'm looking at. So I've got runways coming through here. Big runway coming through here. There's a big chest high rub right on that little tree right there. There's a runway that runs this way right down here. Got a runway running right underneath me right here. And I've got another one coming out of there. All going out of this bedding back here. This is all thick bedding. And what I think they're doing is going out in these oaks over here. These are all a bunch of oak trees. Or I think they're heading that way. And then they may be heading out to that bean field. The bean field's over here. See it off in the distance there. That bean fields, they're dead beans. I mean, I don't know, they might still be over there being on, but I think, based on the sign that I saw up against that edge over there by them oaks, I think they're coming out of here, hitting those oaks, maybe making their way out. There was a lot more sign right here than there was out by that bean field. The wind is kind of dicey. I don't really like it. It's been west, southwest, and so it's blowing like this, straight, kind of at an angle. What I'm hoping is that they come from this way, down these trails here, versus down over but like I said, hopefully having all my stuff washed and being clean and everything. I did work up a little bit of a sweat earlier, but I cooled off, tried to get cooled down before I got up here. But I like this tree. There's a lot of cover, some holes that I can shoot through. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem as far as getting picked. So, see what we can see tonight, guys. At least, if anything, this will be a good observation sit, so I can see, this whole opening all the way back that way, a few hundred yards each way. So, see what's going on out here. See what we can see. I'm gonna get quiet. See what happens. I really hope my little tree here holds up. It's pretty windy. Probably at least 25-mile-an-hour gusts. I don't mind hunting in it, but some poplar trees aren't that strong. Hunting in the wind. Like a lot of people say, deer won't move in the wind. That's not true. Be afraid to hunt. Obviously, make sure you're careful. If you haven't seen the video, I did a video on hunting in the wind. Go check that out. A lot of good information there. I'd rather hunt in the high winds any day with these cool 55-degree temperatures than 85 degrees and 100 million mosquitoes like last weekend. So I'm so thankful for this cold front. I'm just hoping it gets the deer on their feet moving. Just saw a deer right over along this tree line. It was all by itself. I think it was a doe. It's the only thing I've seen so far tonight. I tried to get some video of it, but by the time I got the camera arm swung around that way, it was already into the woods. I think it was bedded. I think it was bedded over in this thick stuff. Probably got up out of its bed and went right for the oak trees over there. Got a small buck. A couple of small bucks, actually. Hey guys, well, I made it back to the car. I didn't really film a lot out there. It's getting torn down. Just kind of wanted to get out of there as quietly and quickly as I could. That was a really cool hunt. The wind, as you can see, the wind it might have some effect on deer, but as you can see, that they still move in the wind. I mean, I had those deer at 8 yards. They came right in underneath me. So the setup worked perfectly. They came from the complete opposite direction that I thought they were going to. I thought for sure they would have come out of that thick stuff, but they come across that opening and headed right into that stuff right out in front of me. I'm not sure what way they're traveling, if they're going into that stuff and then cutting out to that bean field, or how they're doing it, but I thought for sure they'd come out of there, go to the acorns, and then to the bean field. But either way, you learn something new every time you get out. But the main takeaway, I think, for you guys is hunt in the wind. I mean, don't let the wind scare you. Those deer, they were really calm. I mean, they really didn't. A couple gusts come about, and when they were out in front of me, you know, they stopped and listened for a minute and picked their heads up. And but for the most part, they were pretty relaxed. And like I said, had them at like 8 yards. I think you can see when I zoomed back in the one shot, you could see my backpack there. I mean, it was almost straight down. I had to move the camera arm way out and point it straight, almost straight down. So really cool hunt. Didn't see their dad, but I know he's in there with the sign that's back there. I think that this might be a spot where you kind of have to sit in a couple different spots to kind of figure it out. It might take a few sits, but we'll get it figured out. Thanks again, guys, for tagging along, and we'll see you guys all in the next hunt.